The Ethiopian highlands, shrouded in mist and legend, hold within their embrace a literary treasure that has captivated hearts and minds for centuries, the Kibre Nagast. This epic saga, whose title translates to "The Glory of Kings," stands as a cornerstone of Ethiopian identity, weaving together threads of history, faith and national pride. Its pages whisper tales of ancient kings and queens, divine encounters, and the very essence of Ethiopian sovereignty. The Kebra Nagast is more than just a book. It is a sacred testament, a chronicle of a nation's spiritual and political heritage. Its origins are shrouded in the mists of time, its narratives passed down through generations of oral tradition, before being meticulously transcribed onto parchment in the 14th century. This act of preservation transformed spoken word into a tangible symbol of Ethiopian identity, ensuring that the stories it held would resonate for centuries to come. Through its evocative prose, the Kebra Nagast transports us to a realm where the mundane and the divine intertwine. It introduces us to a cast of characters, both legendary and historical, their lives interwoven with the fate of a nation. At its heart lies the enduring legacy of the Solomonic dynasty, a lineage that traces its ancestry back to the biblical figures of King Solomon and the Queen of Sheba. The Kebra Nagast's significance extends far beyond its literary merit. It serves as a vibrant tapestry upon which the intricate patterns of Ethiopian identity are woven. For centuries, its narratives have shaped the beliefs, values, and aspirations of the Ethiopian people, solidifying their sense of shared history and cultural unity. At the heart of this identity lies the enduring claim to a divine lineage. The Kebra Nagast proclaims that the Ethiopian emperors are direct descendants of King Solomon and the Queen of Sheba, their bloodline imbued with a legacy of wisdom, power, and divine favor. This assertion of a Solomonic heritage has served as a powerful source of legitimacy for Ethiopian rulers, reinforcing their authority and shaping the course of the nation's history. Beyond its political implications, the Kebra Nagast holds profound religious significance for Ethiopians, particularly within the Ethiopian Orthodox Tewahedo Church. The book is revered as a sacred text, its narratives interwoven with biblical accounts and infused with spiritual allegory. It is believed to hold the key to understanding Ethiopia's unique place within the divine order, a nation chosen by God and entrusted with the preservation of true faith. The Kebra Nagast also played a pivotal role in shaping the beliefs of Rastafarianism, a religious and cultural movement that emerged in Jamaica in the 1930s. Rastafarians revere the Kebra Nagast as a testament to the divinity of Emperor Haile Selassie I, whom they regard as the embodiment of God, or Jah, on earth. To fully appreciate the enduring power of the Kebra Nagast, we must delve into the historical context that gave rise to its creation. The book emerged during a period of profound transformation in Ethiopia, a time when the nation sought to solidify its political and religious identity on the world stage. The 13th and 14th centuries witnessed the rise of Emperor Amda Seyon, a visionary ruler who sought to unify the Ethiopian empire and expand its influence. Amidst this backdrop of political upheaval and religious fervor, the Kebra Nagast emerged as a powerful tool for legitimizing Amda Seyon's rule and consolidating the authority of the Ethiopian Church. The book's narratives served to legitimize Amda Seyon's claim to the throne by emphasizing his descent from the Solomonic line. It presented him as a righteous ruler chosen by God to lead Ethiopia into an era of prosperity and spiritual enlightenment. The Kebra Nagast's emphasis on the divine right of kings resonated deeply with the Ethiopian people, bolstering Amda Seyon's authority and unifying the nation under his banner. To fully grasp the significance of the Kebra Nagast, we must journey back to the 13th and 14th centuries, a period of profound transformation in Ethiopian history. The Solomonic dynasty, which claimed descent from the biblical King Solomon and the Queen of Sheba, had ruled Ethiopia for centuries, but their authority was not always secure. Internal conflicts and external pressures threatened to fragment the empire, creating an atmosphere of uncertainty and instability. The reign of Emperor Amda Seyon from 1314 to 1344 marked a turning point in this turbulent era. A skilled military strategist and a devout Christian, Amda Seyon embarked on a series of campaigns to quell rebellions, subdue rival kingdoms and consolidate his rule over a vast and diverse empire. His victories not only secured Ethiopia's borders but also ushered in a golden age of cultural and religious flourishing. Amidst this backdrop of military expansion and political consolidation, the Ethiopian Orthodox Tewahedo Church emerged as a powerful force in shaping the nation's identity. Christianity had taken root in Ethiopia centuries earlier, but it was during Amda Seyon's reign that the church gained unprecedented influence within the royal court and among the populace. The rise of the church coincided with a renewed interest in Ethiopia's ancient roots and a desire to assert its unique place on the world stage. Scholars and theologians sought to legitimize the Solomonic dynasty's rule and to solidify Ethiopia's claim as a bastion of Christianity in Africa. It was in this context of political ambition, religious fervor and cultural revival that the Kebra Nagast was conceived and given form. The Kebra Nagast emerged as a powerful tool for achieving these ambitious goals. By weaving together biblical narratives, ancient traditions, and historical accounts, it provided a compelling narrative that legitimized the Solomonic dynasty's rule, bolstered the authority of the Ethiopian church, and fostered a sense of national unity among the diverse peoples of the empire. The book's central narrative, the story of King Solomon and the Queen of Sheba, served as a powerful symbol of Ethiopia's ancient lineage and its connection to the Holy Land. By tracing the lineage of Ethiopian emperors back to this legendary union, the Kibre Negest provided a divine mandate for their rule, suggesting that they were chosen by God to lead Ethiopia. Moreover, the Kebra Nagast emphasized the arrival of the Ark of the Covenant in Ethiopia, brought from Jerusalem by Menelik I, the son of Solomon and Sheba. This sacred artifact, believed to contain the Ten Commandments, became a potent symbol of Ethiopia's status as a chosen nation, a repository of true faith. The presence of the Ark in Ethiopia elevated the nation's spiritual standing and reinforced its claim as a center of Christianity in Africa. The Kebra Nagast's emphasis on Ethiopia's unique relationship with God resonated deeply with both the ruling elite and the general populace. It provided a shared narrative that transcended ethnic and regional divisions, fostering a sense of common identity and purpose. The impact of the Kibre Nagast on Ethiopian society was profound and far-reaching. It not only legitimized the Solomonic dynasty's rule, but also shaped Ethiopian art, literature, music, and religious practices for centuries to come. The book's narratives became a wellspring of inspiration for artists and writers who depicted scenes from the story of Solomon and Sheba, the journey of the Ark, and the lives of Ethiopian emperors in vibrant colors and intricate details. Churches and monasteries were adorned with murals and icons that brought the Kebra Nagast's stories to life, imbuing sacred spaces with a sense of history and divine presence. The Kebra Nagast's influence extended beyond the realm of art and architecture. Its verses were incorporated into religious hymns and liturgical texts, ensuring that its message reached the hearts and minds of ordinary Ethiopians. The book's teachings on kingship, faith, and national identity permeated Ethiopian society, shaping the nation's self-perception and its interactions with the wider world. The Kebra Nagast's legacy, however, is not without its complexities. While it served as a powerful unifying force in Ethiopian society, it also played a role in legitimizing a hierarchical social order, reinforcing the authority of the monarchy and the church. The Kebra Nagast unfurls with the tale of two extraordinary rulers, their destinies intertwined by fate and the allure of wisdom.
Renowned throughout the land for his sagacity, wealth, and divine favor, King Solomon presided over a magnificent kingdom in Jerusalem. His court was a beacon of knowledge and enlightenment, attracting scholars, dignitaries, and seekers of truth from far and wide.
News of Solomon's wisdom reached the ears of Makeda, the enigmatic Queen of Sheba, a land shrouded in mystery and whispered to possess unimaginable riches.
Intrigued by tales of his unparalleled intellect, Queen Makeda, a woman of great curiosity and a thirst for knowledge, resolved to witness Solomon's wisdom firsthand. She yearned to engage in philosophical discourse with the wisest man alive, to challenge his intellect and expand her own understanding of the world.
Driven by an insatiable desire to unravel life's mysteries, Queen Makeda embarked on a perilous journey to Jerusalem. Her caravan, laden with precious gifts and exotic spices, traversed vast deserts and treacherous mountains, a testament to her unwavering determination. The journey itself was a testament to Makeda's strength and resolve, a woman unafraid to venture into the unknown in pursuit of wisdom. The Queen's arrival in Jerusalem was nothing short of spectacular. Her entourage, a kaleidoscope of vibrant colors and exotic animals, caused a stir throughout the city.
Word of her beauty, intelligence, and the opulence she brought with her reached Solomon, who eagerly anticipated their encounter. He saw in her a kindred spirit, a fellow ruler with a passion for knowledge and a desire for enlightenment.
Section 2, A Queen's Journey.
Upon hearing of Makeda's arrival, I extended a lavish welcome befitting a queen of her stature.
He received her in his magnificent palace, its walls adorned with intricate carvings and shimmering with gold. The air hummed with anticipation as these two powerful rulers, each renowned for their wisdom and majesty, prepared to meet.
Our conversations were as intricate and dazzling as the mosaics that adorned my palace. We delved into matters of philosophy, astronomy, and the nature of the divine.
Their discourse was a testament to their intellectual prowess. Solomon, impressed by Makeda's sharp wit and insightful observations, found himself drawn to her intelligence and spirit.
I recognized in her a rare and captivating intellect.
As days turned into weeks, a deep connection blossomed between Solomon and Makeda. They discovered a shared passion for knowledge and a profound respect for each other's intellect.
I was captivated by Makeda's beauty and grace, increasingly enamored by her presence.
Makeda, in turn, was drawn to Solomon's wisdom, his charisma, and the divine aura that surrounded him. Their connection, however, extended beyond the intellectual.
I found in Makeda a woman who challenged me, stimulated me, and met me as an equal.
Their bond deepened, evolving into a passionate love affair that would forever link their destinies. Section 3, Legacy in Blood. Their nights were filled with the intoxicating whispers of love and the sweet melodies of Solomon's musicians. The Kebra Nagast describes their nights together with poetic prose, emphasizing the depth of their connection.
However, our time together was fleeting. As much as I cherished my time in Jerusalem, my responsibilities as Queen of Sheba called me back to my own kingdom.
Bidding farewell to Solomon with a heavy heart, Makeda returned to her homeland, carrying within her the fruit of their union. She journeyed back to her kingdom, her heart filled with a mixture of joy and sorrow, knowing that she carried a part of Solomon within her.
The journey back to Sheba was bittersweet, filled with longing for Solomon but also anticipation for the life growing within me.
In the fullness of time, Makeda gave birth to a son, a child destined to bridge the kingdoms of Israel and Sheba. She named him Menelik, a name that echoed the lineage of his father Solomon.
Menelik, raised in the grand palaces of Sheba, grew into a wise and capable young man, inheriting my strength and his father's thirst for knowledge.
The birth of Menelik marked the beginning of a new chapter in the saga of Solomon and Sheba, a chapter that would forever intertwine the destinies of two kingdoms. He would become the embodiment of their union, a living testament to the enduring power of their love and the legacy they would leave on the world. Section 1, A Son's Pilgrimage. As Menelik matured, whispers of his parentage reached his ears, igniting within him a yearning to meet the man who was both king and legend. He yearned to learn from Solomon, to witness the grandeur of his court, and to claim the heritage that was rightfully his.
My mother, Makeda, recognizing the depth of my desire, revealed to me the truth of my birth, sharing tales of Solomon's wisdom and the passion that had bloomed between them.
Fueled by a longing for his father and a thirst for knowledge, Menelik embarked on a pilgrimage to Jerusalem, his heart heavy with anticipation.
I envisioned my father, a venerable figure with wisdom etched upon his face, eager to embrace his son.
He dreamed of walking the hallowed halls of Solomon's temple, a place where the divine and the earthly converged. The journey was arduous, fraught with danger and uncertainty, but Menelik, driven by the unyielding desire to meet his father, pressed onward. Upon arriving in Jerusalem, Menelik was greeted with a mixture of curiosity and awe. News of his arrival, a prince from a distant land bearing a striking resemblance to their king, spread like wildfire through the city.
I carried myself with the regal bearing of my mother and the keen intellect of my father, captivating the court with my presence.
Solomon, upon seeing Menelik, recognized in him the echo of his own youth, a mirror reflecting the passage of time and the enduring power of their love. The reunion between father and son was a moment etched in both joy and sorrow.
Solomon, his hair now streaked with silver, beheld the son he had never known, his heart swelling with a mixture of pride and longing.
They embraced, a silent acknowledgement of the bond that connected them, a bond forged in passion and separated by circumstance. Solomon, sensing his son's intelligence and ambition, shared with him the secrets of governance, the art of diplomacy, and the burden of leadership. Time, however, was a relentless current, and Solomon, in the twilight of his reign, grappled with the weight of his impending mortality.
He recognized in me a leader worthy of carrying on his legacy, a king who possessed the wisdom, compassion, and strength to rule with justice and foresight.
He confided in Menelik his desire to see him rule in Jerusalem, to unite the kingdoms of Israel and Sheba under a single crown.
Though deeply honored by my father's request, I was torn. I had grown up in Sheba, nurtured by its culture and bound to its people by duty and love. I could not bring myself to abandon the land of my birth, the legacy of my mother, for a throne that was not mine to claim.
It was a decision that weighed heavily on him, a choice between loyalty to his father and responsibility to his own destiny.
As I prepared to return to Sheba, a clandestine plan began to unfold, a secret pact that would alter the course of history.
A group of Levites, the priestly guardians of the Ark of the Covenant, approached Menelik with a proposition that would forever bind his fate to the fate of the Ark.
They believed that the Ark, a sacred relic containing the very words of God, should not remain in Jerusalem, a city teetering on the brink of turmoil and division.
The Levites saw in Menelik a righteous leader, a descendant of Solomon destined to establish a kingdom where the Ark would be safe, revered, and honored.
They proposed that I, upon my return to Sheba, take the Ark with me to establish a new covenant, a sacred pact between God and his people. Deeply conflicted, I sought guidance from my mother, Queen Makeda.
Queen Makeda, a woman of deep faith and unwavering wisdom, recognized the gravity of the Levites' proposal.
She saw in it not just a chance to protect the Ark, but also an opportunity to solidify my claim to the throne, to establish a lineage imbued with divine favor.
She counseled Menelik to accept the Ark, to embrace the responsibility bestowed upon him, and to forge a new path for his people.
With my mother's blessing, I and a select group of loyal followers, aided by the Levites, orchestrated a daring plan to secretly remove the Ark from Solomon's temple.
Under the cover of darkness, they carried the Ark, its golden surface gleaming faintly in the moonlight, out of Jerusalem and toward the waiting caravans bound for Sheba.
It was a journey fraught with peril, each step a prayer for safe passage, each whispered word a testament to our faith.
News of the Ark's disappearance reached Solomon, who, though saddened by the loss, recognized the hand of fate at work.
He understood that the Ark, a symbol of God's covenant with his people, had found a new home, a place where it would be cherished, protected, and venerated.
He accepted the will of God, knowing that the Ark's journey was not an ending but a beginning, a testament to the enduring power of faith and the interconnectedness of destinies.
My return to Sheba, now in possession of the Ark of the Covenant, ushered in a new era for my people. The Ark, a symbol of divine favor and a testament to our connection to the lineage of King Solomon, became the cornerstone of our faith.
Menelik, forever known as the king who brought the Ark to Ethiopia, solidified his reign, his lineage blessed by the presence of this sacred relic.
I became the Lion of Judah, a title passed down through generations of Ethiopian rulers, a symbol of our strength, our faith, and our enduring legacy.
The Kebra Nagast is more than a historical chronicle or a political treatise. It is a profoundly religious text, deeply embedded in the spiritual fabric of Ethiopian society. For centuries, it has served as a source of theological reflection, ethical guidance, and spiritual inspiration for generations of Ethiopians, shaping their understanding of their place in the world and their relationship with the divine. The Ethiopian Orthodox Tewahedo Church, one of the oldest Christian churches in the world, reveres the Kebra Nagast as a sacred book, second only to the Bible in its importance. The book is not merely seen as a collection of stories, but as a testament to God's enduring love for Ethiopia, a chosen nation entrusted with preserving true faith. Its narratives are interwoven with biblical accounts, drawing parallels between the experiences of the Israelites and the Ethiopian people, emphasizing the universality of God's message and the interconnectedness of sacred history. The Kebra Nagast is not simply read, it is experienced. Its stories are brought to life through vibrant hymns, intricate dances, and colorful processions, transforming religious ceremonies into immersive spectacles that engage the senses and stir the soul. The sights and sounds of these rituals transport participants back in time, allowing them to connect with their ancestors and experience the sacred narratives firsthand. The book's influence extends beyond the walls of the church, permeating Ethiopian art, music, literature, and daily life. Paintings and sculptures depicting scenes from the Kebra Nagast adorn churches, monasteries, and even private homes, serving as visual reminders of the stories and their significance. Its verses are woven into traditional songs and poems passed down through generations, keeping the narratives alive in the hearts and minds of the people. Section 2. Echoes of Ancient Covenants. The Kebra Nagast is imbued with a deep sense of covenant, a sacred pact between God and his chosen people. This theme echoes throughout the book, from the initial covenant between God and Abraham to the arrival of the Ark of the Covenant in Ethiopia, an event that cemented Ethiopia's status as a repository of true faith. The story of Solomon and Sheba itself can be interpreted through the lens of covenant. The union of these two powerful rulers, one representing the divine wisdom of Israel and the other the riches and splendor of a distant land, symbolizes the union of God and his people. Their son, Menelik I, becomes the embodiment of this covenant, a living testament to the enduring bond between God and Ethiopia. The arrival of the Ark in Ethiopia is perhaps the most potent symbol of covenant in the Kibre Negest. The Ark, believed to contain the Ten Commandments, represents the very presence of God, a tangible manifestation of his divine authority and his enduring promise to his people. Its presence in Ethiopia elevates the nation to a sacred status, a new Jerusalem, a place where God's glory dwells. This theme of covenant resonates deeply with the Ethiopian Orthodox Tewahedo Church, which sees itself as the guardian of true faith, entrusted with preserving the teachings of the apostles and upholding the sanctity of the covenant. The Church's rituals, traditions, and theological interpretations are all deeply influenced by the Kebra Nagast's emphasis on covenant, shaping its understanding of its role in the world and its relationship with God. Section 3. Rastafari, a Modern Testament. The influence of the Kebra Nagast extends far beyond the borders of Ethiopia, reaching across continents and oceans to inspire a modern religious movement, Rastafari. Emerging in Jamaica in the 1930s, Rastafari draws heavily on the Kibre Negest narratives, reinterpreting them through the lens of black liberation and the struggle against colonial oppression.
Rastafarians revere Haile Selassie I, the last emperor of Ethiopia's Solomonic dynasty, as the embodiment of God, or Jah, on earth. They see his coronation in 1930 as the fulfillment of a prophecy foretold in the Kebra Nagast, a sign that the time for African redemption and the restoration of God's kingdom on earth was at hand.
The Kibre Nagast's emphasis on Ethiopia as a chosen nation, a beacon of righteousness in a world shrouded in darkness, resonated deeply with Rastafarians who saw in it a reflection of their own experiences and aspirations. The Kebra Nagast's narratives of kings and queens, divine encounters, and the triumph of good over evil provided Rastafarians with a framework for understanding their own history and their place in the world. They drew inspiration from the story of Queen Sheba, who defied convention to seek wisdom from King Solomon, a testament to the power of curiosity and the pursuit of knowledge.
The Kebra Nagast's influence on Rastafarian culture is evident in its music, art and language. Reggae music, with its roots in Rastafarian beliefs, often draws upon the book's narratives, celebrating Haile Selassie I as the conquering Lion of Judah and calling for a return to Zion, a symbolic representation of Africa as a homeland for the African diaspora. Rastafarian artists incorporate imagery from the Kebra Nagast into their work, depicting scenes from the book alongside portraits of Haile Selassie I, creating a visual language that blends ancient narratives with modern aspirations.
The Kebra Nagast's impact on Ethiopian kingship cannot be overstated. It served as the bedrock of legitimacy for centuries of rulers, its narratives woven into the very fabric of imperial authority. From the moment Menelik I, son of Solomon and Sheba, returned to Ethiopia with the Ark of the Covenant, the tale became intrinsically linked to the right to rule. Each successive emperor, particularly those claiming direct descent from the Solomonic line, drew upon the Kebra Nagast to bolster their claim to the throne. It was more than mere lineage. The book imbued them with an aura of divine right, a belief that their authority stemmed not just from earthly power, but from a sacred pact dating back to biblical times. This connection to Solomon was more than symbolic. It manifested in the very rituals and regalia of the Ethiopian court. Crowns often bore imagery reminiscent of Solomon's own, while chronicles and proclamations would hark back to the wisdom and grandeur of their legendary ancestor. The Kebra Nagast, in essence, provided the blueprint for a uniquely Ethiopian form of kingship, one where faith and lineage were inseparable. The book's influence transcended individual rulers, shaping the very concept of what it meant to be an Ethiopian monarch. Kings were expected to be not just military leaders or administrators, but also patrons of the church, upholders of righteousness and living embodiments of the Solomonic legacy. This ideal, though not always achieved in practice, served as a powerful guiding force throughout Ethiopia's imperial history. The Kebra Nagast's reach extended far beyond the halls of power, seeping into the very soul of Ethiopian culture. Its narratives, imbued with drama, romance, and spiritual significance, provided fertile ground for artistic expression across generations. Ethiopian art, from the grand murals adorning ancient churches to the intricate silverwork gracing religious objects, is replete with imagery drawn from the book. The meeting of Solomon and Sheba, Menelik's daring journey to Jerusalem, and the arrival of the Ark. These scenes are immortalized in vibrant color and intricate detail, serving as both visual storytelling and acts of devotion. Music, too, has served as a vessel for the Kebra Nagast's enduring legacy. Religious hymns, chants interwoven with verses from the book, echo through ancient churches, connecting modern worshippers to the faith of their ancestors. Even secular music, particularly in the realm of traditional folk songs, carries within it echoes of the book's themes of love, adventure, and the enduring power of destiny. Literature, too, bears the indelible mark of the Kebra Nagast. Its influence can be seen not just in direct retellings or adaptations of the story, but also in the themes and motifs that permeate Ethiopian literary tradition. The quest for wisdom, the clash between different cultures, and the enduring power of faith. These ideas, first explored in the Kebra Nagast, continue to resonate in Ethiopian literature to this day. The Kebra Nagast, once primarily confined to the monasteries and palaces of Ethiopia, experienced a resurgence in the 20th century, its influence radiating outwards to captivate a global audience. This rediscovery was fueled by a confluence of factors, from the growing field of academic research to the rising tide of Pan-Africanism seeking symbols of shared heritage. Western scholars, intrigued by whispers of an ancient Ethiopian epic, embarked on expeditions to study and translate the Kebra Nagast, bringing its stories to the attention of a wider academic community. These translations, while not without their challenges in capturing the nuances of the original Ge'ez text, opened up new avenues for understanding Ethiopian history, religion, and culture, sparking curiosity and debate among historians and theologians. Simultaneously, the Kibre Nagast found fertile ground in the burgeoning Pan-African movement. Intellectuals and activists seeking to forge a shared identity among the African diaspora saw in the book a powerful narrative of ancient lineage and shared roots. The story of Solomon and Sheba, transcending geographical boundaries, resonated with those seeking to reclaim a history often fragmented by colonialism. The figure of Haile Selassie I, viewed by Rastafarians as the embodiment of God, played a pivotal role in bringing the Kebra Nagast to international prominence. His coronation in 1930, coinciding with the burgeoning Rastafarian movement, transformed him into a messianic figure. His lineage traced back to the Solomonic line celebrated in the book. This connection imbued the Kebra Nagast with a potent blend of religious and political significance, making it a touchstone for those seeking both spiritual enlightenment and liberation from oppression. The Kebra Nagast stands as a testament to the enduring power of narrative, a tapestry woven from threads of history, faith, and national identity. Its stories, passed down through generations, have shaped the beliefs, values, and aspirations of the Ethiopian people, providing a framework for understanding their place in the world and their relationship with the divine. More than just a book, it is a living testament to the enduring legacy of a nation. Its influence can be seen in the grandeur of Ethiopian art and architecture, in the rhythms of its music, and in the enduring traditions that continue to shape Ethiopian society today. The Kibre Negest's journey from the ancient courts of Ethiopia to the global stage is a testament to its enduring relevance. It serves as a reminder that stories have the power to transcend time and space, connecting us to the past, illuminating the present, and inspiring hope for the future. As we delve into the pages of the Kebra Nagast, we are invited to explore the rich tapestry of Ethiopian history, to encounter the enduring power of faith, and to contemplate the profound questions of identity, destiny, and the nature of the divine.